How to Talk to Anyone, 92 Little Tricks for Big Success in Relationships, written by Leil Lowndes, summarized by audiobooks you love. Since humans are social beings, there are many areas of life where communication skills are crucial. Our capacity to interact with others will impact our professional lives, dating, friendships, and even the quality of relationships in each of those areas, according to Leil Lowndes' book, How to Talk to Anyone. 92 Little Tips for Significant Relationship Success. She discusses a broad range of communication techniques to direct and enhance your exchanges. She begins by discussing initial impressions before moving on to subjects like enhancing egos and managing body language in a room. I'll go over 20 of my favorite of these little techniques in this video. If you like it and would want to see more, I'll do a part 2. If this video receives 1,000 likes, the first technique is the bursting grin. The first technique is one that really caught me off guard, rather than just grinning broadly when you welcome someone. Before you give them a wide, heartfelt grin, stop and carefully examine their face and looks. This gives the welcome and grin a more deliberate and considerate appearance than a quick one. The second tip is about posture. When you pretend to have a string tied above your head wrapped around your teeth during a conversation, your shoulders will be slightly back and your chin will be slightly up. This is a confident stance and excellent body language. The third tip is to hang by your teeth. Hello, old friend. When you are meeting someone, you picture them as an old friend. This allows you to instantly feel a bond with someone that radiates authentic warmth and comfort. Next, limit the fidgeting. When you are in a conversation, pay attention to your fidgeting, especially near your face. Wiggling, twitching, squirming, or scratching can distract the person you are speaking with and portray a sense of discomfort. All of this fidgeting portrays a sense of discomfort that ruins your chance at a confident, charismatic persona. Number 5 starts to move past the initial interaction into the conversation itself with make a mood match. When speaking with someone, you want to match their mood, at least at first. If someone approaches you extremely excited about something they just saw or experienced, and in a quiet shoulder surrounded forward response, you softly say something like, "Oh, that's great," that person is likely to be a little put off by your lack of enthusiasm. On the flip side, someone who approaches you in a shy or quiet fashion will likely be frightened if you respond by jumping around laughing or responding excitedly. Sixth place, go out of your way to wear something unique, since it provides folks the ideal topic to approach you about and gives them more confidence when they are attempting to strike up a conversation with you. It's fantastic. Icebreaker. Take note of other people's characteristics. Even better, if you see that these things match their tastes or styles, you will immediately win their approval. Never use nude responses while answering. Number 7. There are many questions that, depending on how you respond, can either start or end a conversation. For example, when someone asks you where you're from, what you do for a living, or when you introduce yourself, don't just say Chicago. Even something as basic as changing it to the Windy City of Chicago can start a conversation. By coming up with interesting facts and creative answers to these straightforward questions, you'll have a lot fewer conversations that develop stale. 8th place, the rotating light source. A great interviewer, reporter, or talk show host has mastered the art of talking less because, at the end of the day, almost all of us are narcissistic and want people to be interested in us. By visualizing a spotlight rotating between you and the person you are speaking to, you can remember to give them plenty of time to talk and be the center of attention. This technique is also known as plane repeater or number 9 parenting. When you are in a group and you know someone has a story that will fit the conversation, lead them into it by telling them about a time when people love to be set up to tell a funny or interesting story. The idea here is to repeat the last few words that someone said to get them to elaborate on the topic they were talking about. Number 10 in core. 11th, your own thesaurus. Choose a few terms that you appear to use often during the day. Get a thesaurus and look up synonyms for those terms to expand your vocabulary. Regular communication. Number 12. Kill the swift, ask them a few questions about it first. By finding out more about them, their topic, and their opinions on the shared interest, you can discover even more common ground. I agree. When you discover that you have something in common with someone, wait to tell them that. For example, let's say that you both recently visited San Fran. Showing the other person that you are more interested in them than in yourself can often impress them. Subsequently, avoid using clichés excessively. Do you really want to sound like everyone else the individual has spoken to? Instead, think of your unique ideas. Let's now discuss developing a rapport. The first strategy is echoing, which is akin to parroting. By repeating what your opponent has said earlier in the discussion, you may build a strong, subtle, and subconscious connection with them. If done correctly, this can help you pass beyond the stranger stage right away. The hasty remarks, such as, "We're crushing it," or "We think too alike," establish a relationship with the person you are speaking to right away by employing the term "we," which turns you from two people into a team that can get beyond the simple introduction stage of a discussion. Two deep and fascinating topics that you wouldn't normally discuss with someone you don't know. Number 16. Instant history. As early as possible in a conversation, find something special that happens. You can use this event later in the conversation or in future conversations to build a fake but powerful history with that person. Next, make compliments a natural part of your speech. This will make people think you did it by accident, but it was actually planned. For example, "You're super strong, so I'm sure it will be easy for you," or "I bet you'll pick it up really quickly since you're so smart," can go a long way. Choosing between snacking and socializing comes next. Any respectable politician will advise you to eat before attending an event because you want to be able to move freely and avoid being approached and made to talk while eating in front of others. You may want to hold a glass of whatever beverage they are serving in your hands, but food is best left for another time. Number 19. Offer assistance, particularly in bigger groups when interruptions may occur if someone interrupts you in the middle of a sentence. Assist that individual by drawing their attention back to it. They will undoubtedly realize that you stopped them, and that your curiosity for the narrative made it possible for them to return to it. Number 20 depletes their reserves. When someone shares an idea, viewpoint, or plans with you, let them complete before you make your comments, since most individuals can't wait for a conversational pause to share their views or opinions. Remember that small chat is about melody, not facts or words, so don't hurry to be noticed. Although we only discussed 20 tips in this video, the book has 92 if you find it difficult to communicate successfully in social, professional, or interpersonal contexts. Small chat is all about making others feel comfortable. If you have a book that you'd like us to summarize, please share your thoughts in the comments section below, along with a like and a subscribe to the channel. Your suggestion might become our next video. This book is written so that you can read a tip or two in a few minutes, making it the ideal companion that can be quickly digested on breaks and while waiting for other things to happen.